Hello everybody, thank you so much for pressing play on my video today. My name is Sharleen from stampwithshar.com and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the US. Happy Monday everybody. Welcome to all those who are new to my channel. Mondays I like to do Casing the Catalog Monday, and my inspiration I found on page 70, and I thought we would recreate a Christmas card like Christmas in July. So we're going to do this here today. A couple of things before we get started. If you would like to participate and create a card using the same sketch, I will have in the description a link that you can click on that will take you on over to the blog post, and over there you'll find a place where you can click on the link and you can send me a picture of your card, and then I can upload it to my website. If you have a website yourself and you'd like to leave that as well, please feel free. I'd love to add it on my website, and that way people can go on over to your website. But this is the card we're going to create today. Our supplies today, I'm using the Real Red cardstock, and this piece is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I have two pieces of Whisper White. One is for the inside and one is for the outside, and these are both cut at 4 by 5 1/4. You can also cut this down. Now the one that I'm going to be showing you today is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. I have a stitched rectangle that I went ahead and die cut, and this piece is cut at 1 5/8 by 3 5/8. I just have a scrap piece of Whisper White, and that's to stamp my bulbs. I have two pieces of Granny Apple Green, and these are cut at 3/4 inch by 4 1/4, and this was just scrap, you guys. This was something that I had in my stash. As well as a piece of crumb cake, and again, this is just something I had in my bin of scrap papers, and this piece is cut at 1/2 inch, and basically it's just a scrap. So yeah, we will be using some shimmery white embossing paste. Now I haven't used this stuff in a while, and it does need some time to dry, and you will find that you can get these patterns and they're super cool. There's 4 different patterns in a pack, and they're really awesome. Now if you don't clean them straight away, it leaves like a funny residue, and on Friday I will share with you a tip on how to clean this. Excellent tip, you're not going to want to miss that. So come back on Friday. Don't forget, you guys, share this video with your friends, have everybody participate. We love to have people participate. Our stamp set today, we're using the Making Christmas Bright, and this does come with a coordinating punch. Our inks we're using today, we're using Granny Apple Green. We'll be using Blueberry Bushel, Real Red, Crushed Curry, and then Crumb Cake. So what you want to do, you want to start move that all off to the side. I have a piece of scrap paper here, and I am going to use a mask, and you just want to make sure you're straight. You're going to add that. I have just some retired washi tape that I'm going to use, and that's just going to hold it in place. Now, I like to grab a lot. I do. I like to grab a lot, and then I just add it back to my container, you guys. So I'll grab a whole bunch. Ooh, you want to keep it on your paper. And then I just push it everywhere. You want to make sure you get the edge of your paper. Now, there's no right or wrong way to do this, you guys. And I will even go back and grab more, because when I'm done, I'm actually just going to pick it all back up and put it in my container. But I want to make sure I have got every single corner piece. Now I can go back in with my knife and run it along and grab all that excess. And that's all there is to it. You want to make sure you close this up right away. And then you're just going to remove this. And you want to do it while it's still wet. Now I've got my pick me up tool, and I'm just going to use that to help me just to keep that paper in place. But look how pretty that is, you guys. You do want to wash this straight away. You don't really want to leave it on here. You want to make sure you get it all clean. And then you're going to set this off to the side because this needs some time to dry. That's why we did this piece first. Now I went ahead before the video and I did one already, so this one is nice and dry. And then all we're going to do is start to put our card together. I'm going to fold my card base in half. Now for this, I like to use my multi-purpose liquid glue. You can see on this card, I left a bigger border. On this card, the border is a little bit smaller. That's why I said this piece measures 3 3/4 by 5, and this piece measures 4 1/4 by 5. No, 4 by 5 1/4. That one. All right, so I'm now going to attach my 2 granny apple greens, and again just with my multi-purpose glue. Now this is going to need a few minutes to dry, so you're going to want to hold it there because this textured paper is a little bit, it's rough. Ahead and used my stitch rectangles, and I used this guy here to die cut my piece. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start inking and stamping. Now I do have my stamping scrub here, you guys. This little tool is amazing, and it's great for when you're using different colored inks. You'll notice in this corner there are little droplets, and then in this corner there's a little like sun. So one side is for washing and one side is for drying, and I love this. I just take a little bit of Stampin' Mist and I add a little Stampin' Mist, and I'm ready to go. So now we can start stamping. I have my paper piercing mat. If you're new to stamping, you're going to want to know how to open these ink pads. They're new, so you're going to want to take, you'll see what, yeah, you're going to, on this side over here, you're going to want to give it a press. Well, it's not working now, but it usually does. I think it's because it's so new. Yeah, it's too new. I haven't used my what do you call it, like a candle to loosen it up. It's still very tight. I need to get in there with a little candle and loosen that baby up. Anyway, so you're going to open your ink pad. You're going to ink up this Making Spirits Bright right in the top. I have my little star. I'm going to randomly add some stars, and this is my crushed curry. On my little crumb cake piece, I'm going to use my crumb cake ink, tone on tone, and I'm going to stamp that little bulb, the back piece of the bulb, and we need 4 of those. My ink pad's very wet. You're going to come with a coordinating punch and punch them out. I'm now going to bring that string piece in that's in the same stamp set. And again, I'm using my crumb cake ink, and I'm just going to attach the string on the bottom. And now we can go ahead and start making our bulb. I've got that star, and that I'm going to do in the crumb cake. Now the last stamp I used was red, so I'm going to use the red one first. We're going to stamp one red one. I'm going to bring my Stampin' Scrub. See? That's how it's supposed to work. Okay, I've got my blueberry bushel. And now we can go and punch these guys out. Let me move these guys away because I will get ink everywhere. And now we can put our bulbs together. And all I'm going to do, I got my liquid glue, and I'm just going to add some liquid glue on the top. We are now going to attach our bulbs. The liquid glue does need a minute or 2 to dry. And then we're going to pop this up with dimensionals. I ran out of the big ones, you guys. So I only have minis. You're going to want to stick some dimensionals on the bulbs as well. And you can now go ahead and remove all the backing. Super cute card, you guys. And don't forget, you always want to stamp on the inside of your card. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell. That's going to notify you every time I upload a video. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I hope to see you back here on Wednesday. We'll see you then. Take care.